point here of dragging up a multi-thousand-year text that you don't know, that you haven't read.
I mean,
you
it's your
have not
religion.
even. Have you purchased the Talmud? Have you read the Talmud? What is the Talmud? Tell me the difference between the Torah, the Tanakh, and the Talmud. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
But
That's pretty important. Time out. So what you did is you cherry-picked something on the internet that makes Jews look bad.
What's up, guys? I'm Esther, and you're welcome back to my channel. If you are just coming across the channel for the first time, you're super welcome. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop any amazing video on this channel. Do not forget to request for any video you'd like me to react to. So guys, I'll be reacting to Misinformed Kid Get Educated on the Facts About Israel. And this is from Charlie Kirk channel. And without further ado, let's dive into the video.
If your portfolio is over $250,000 and you aren't hedged, you are sitting on a ticking time bomb. Markets are at all-time highs, but history shows, whew, you know what comes next: volatility and increased risk. A 10% allocation to gold and silver can help hedge uncertainty and protect your wealth. Noble Gold Investments makes it easy to hedge your portfolio with institutional-grade gold and silver. Right now, every qualified investment will receive a free 10-ounce gold coin and protect your portfolio today. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Yes, sir.
How are you doing today, man? How you doing? How you doing?
Padres are good this year.
Yeah, they are. And I just want to start off by saying I have no disrespect to any other religion. I respect all religion. This is more of a question for you and whether or not you can confirm this. The Talmud states that Jews are the chosen people and all non-Jews are goyim, here to serve them. You are a Christian who's clearly serving the Jews, defending Zionism with all you got. But you also believe Jesus is a rabbinic Jew in heaven when you know the Talmud states he's in hell burning in feces.
Okay, so you're a Talmudic expert, right? Which Talmud is that in? Jerusalem or Babylonian?
I'm talking about Jerusalem, sir.
Oh, that's the Jerusalem, which actually is not as divinely inspired. Which one's longer and how long is it? Don't look at your phone. Look at me in the eye.
I'm not
No, come
really
on. You said that I'm a tool of the Jews, so look at me in the eye like a man.
I'm talking about the Talmud.
No, you accused me of saying like you're a Zionist or something, right?
I mean, do you support Israel?
Yes, of course I do. Yes.
Yeah, that's good for you. But that's another thing. You're an advocate for the military in America.
Hold on, time out.
But then you agree with Israel's war crimes. What's up with that?
Oh, war crimes. We'll get into that, but let's be more specific.
Yeah.
What is your point here of dragging up a multi-thousand-year text that you don't know, that you haven't read?
I mean, it's
you
your
have not
religion.
even. Have you purchased the Talmud? Have you read the Talmud? What is the Talmud? Tell me the difference between the Torah, the Tanakh, and the Talmud. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
But
that's pretty important. Time out. So what you did is you cherry-picked something on the internet that makes Jews look bad, but you can't tell me the difference between the Torah and the Tanakh and the Talmud.
I'm not trying to make the Jews look bad.
No, this is ridiculous. This is for clickbait. Let me tell you the difference. The Torah is the books that we as Christians acknowledge: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the most holy scriptures in Judaism. The Tanakh is also our Old Testament, right? That's Joshua,
brilliant.
Judges, 1st and 2nd Kings, Hezekiah, Nehemiah, Ezekiel. The Talmud are rabbinic debates spanning over 500 years, of which there's the Babylonian and the Jerusalem Talmud. The Babylonian's actually more inspired, it's 2.5 million words. The Jerusalem is lesser inspired, and they disagree on all sorts of stuff, and they pick it up. Those are people that would say, well, I disagree with that. No, but hold on a second. But it's very important. You don't even know the stuff that you're bringing up to this event.
That's why I'm asking you.
No. It's really important because what you're trying is like this context. You're a tool of the Jews, and I read this thing. But let's just make this very clear.
Sir, it's an agree to disagreement. I'm not here
It's not agree to disagreement. It's very clear. It's that you don't even know the stuff you're bringing up to make someone look bad.
Do you agree or disagree? So I can
Of course I disagree with rabbinic Judaism. I'm a Christian. Jesus is the solution. I hope every Jew gives their life to Christ.
This debating thing and
but hold on, this is very important.
You're trying to get clicks out of it. All I'm asking you is
you were trying to get clicks out. Who was trying to get clicks? He was trying to get clicks
I don't have a YouTube channel.
Trying to read the Talmud. You don't even know what it is, the Talmud.
Okay, so, that's why I'm asking.
Let me ask you a question. Do we as Christians have a biblical obligation to the Jews?
I mean, you tell me, since I'm not knowledgeable on it.
Yes, we do. Paul says. That's fine. Yes, I'm sure we're gonna have a Catholic disagree. People say we're the new Israel.
But
hold on a second.
How can you believe that there's the chosen people? You're Christian.
Hold on a second, because Paul said first to the Jews.
Okay.
Paul was around in a time after the resurrection of Christ. Don't you acknowledge that there is something special in the book of Exodus when God decided to work miraculously of those people out of Egypt and bring them into the desert? Isn't that a chosen people? Secondly, the covenant, the law, the Decalogue, the Torah, they are the keepers of the law. In fact, that's why it says in Galatians 3, the law is a school teacher of Jesus Christ. Genesis 12:3, if you bless Israel, I will bless you. Same thing in the book of Numbers. And so what I'm getting at, we as Christians are bound to bless the state of Israel and to bless Jews.
How can you bless yourself, man?
Of course, but let's just talk more about Israel. Do you think, who's the bad actor, Israel or Hamas?
I believe that what Hamas is doing wrong, but that's not okay for what Israel is doing to the Palestinians.
What is Israel doing exactly? Tell me in detail. Where's it happening?
Crimes,
war crimes, really? How?
What do you mean how? They're killing little kids, man.
Well, hold on. Killing kids. You mean they drop leaflets before they bomb in Gaza? They warn civilian corridors before they ever engage militarily. They do emergency medical procedures for any person in Gaza that might need it. Do you understand what's actually?
They're doing good, but it's okay for them to do bad. Then that's what
it's called war, saying. Okay? And in war, sometimes bad things happen.
But it's a
Who
war
started
crime.
this? It's not a war crime. Throwing around war crime is a ridiculous. You know what a war crime is? A war crime is going into
killing
kibbutzes.
Children is a war crime.
Going into kibbutzes, going into the Nova Music Festival, going into people's places of residences on October 7th, and putting.
Okay, you guys keep bringing up October 7th. You guys are doing bad.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
Okay.
If you're going to all of a sudden attack Jews on their holiest day of the interior of Israel, expect a whirlwind and don't complain about it when it comes forward.
So what's happening is that...
Because if you're going to go into the interior of Israel and start babies' throats in their homes, not even going after military...
Can I say something, please? So basically what Israel doing is bad. Hamas is doing is bad. Okay.
I'm not even contending what Israel is doing is bad.
So what Israel doing isn't bad. Killing children isn't bad, is what you're saying?
Hold on a second, but you have to go instance by.
Is it or not?
I
need a yes
Are
or
they
no.
intentionally killing kids? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, they are not.
So
that is complete
why are there so many dead kids? Why are you okay with dead babies?
Good question. Why are there dead kids? Because Hamas has no
war crimes.
Time out.
Israel.
So you think Israel? Let me get this straight. Let's think how irrational it is. Israel sits around.
Are you okay with dead babies?
Hold on. I want to make sure this is okay.
No, I need.
Of course, I'm not okay with dead kids. Okay, ridiculous. I'm the most pro-life person. I've debated for 2 hours. Time out. Stop interrupting me. Do you think Israel? Do you think Israel sits around and they say, how do we kill more kids in Gaza today?
I mean, so why are they killing kids then?
Exactly. Let's think. Maybe it's because Hamas uses the kids as human shields on top of their military bases. Maybe that's why. Maybe because the people of Hamas have no concern for the life of their own people.
If you really believe that, you gotta be really stupid, man, to actually assume that that's the case.
We have documented cases of Hamas using hospitals, schools, and military installations layered with civilians. In fact, IDF goes to such great extent. Do you understand?
Okay.
So let me just ask you, how do you think Israel should have responded? 1,300 people die. How should Israel respond?
Can I ask you something? Because you've got your chance. Can I talk for you?
Answer it. How should Israel respond? 1,300 civilians killed. How should Israel respond?
Mr. Kirk, you had your chance to talk. Can I ask you something?
Okay, no answer.
Are you okay with kids dying? Yeah.
No, every kid dying is a tragedy, of course.
Okay, right? So then again, Israelis are killing the kids. Yes or no?
It's collateral damage in a war, of course. America, we killed tens of thousands of kids in World War II unintentionally.
For the one person that dies, it's okay to kill 10 kids. Is basically what you're saying.
That's actually not what's happening at all.
That is, because you're blaming on October 7th.
Again, every human life is a tragedy. You must understand, in war, of which Hamas invited upon themselves. Hamas basically said, we're going to go invite and provoke you, Israel, and then they're complaining that Israel is better at war than them. That's what's happening.
Killing kids is not better at war.
Okay, again, to understand the military context of what's happening in Gaza, it is a complete wasteland. Understand, the combatants of Hamas, combatants of Hamas, they're indistinguishable to that of civilians. They don't use the actual rules of engagement. They don't wear uniforms. IDF wears uniforms. No one in Hamas wears uniform. That's not correct. They don't wear uniforms. They disguise themselves as civilians. They'll do bombing all the time against IDF. This is the hardest war that any military has ever had to fight in the modern context. And spare me the nitpicking of the Western world saying,
you're nitpicking for October 7th. You can't talk about nitpicking.
Here's a moral difference. You know the moral difference? October 7th.
One little thing.
Little thing.
Okay, look.
October 7th was a little thing.
What happened was bad, yes.
It was unspeakably evil. You know why?
Okay, it was bad.
Because number one, it was not in a theater of war. Number two, they didn't go after military targets. This is how cowardly Hamas is. They didn't go after Israel military bases.
I agree with Hamas?
No, I'm not saying that, but understand the moral difference.
What I'm with is the Palestinians and the fact that there's kids dying, there's people dying.
I don't like kids dying.
Exactly.
But you know who's responsible for the kids dying? Hamas is responsible for the kids dying, not Israel.
And Israel.
Hamas is responsible for their own kids dying.
Okay.
They provoked Israel. Israel responds.
Another question? Charlie Kirk,
by the way, that's another great thing.
What's the thing that Jews wear again?
The kippah or the yarmulke?
Yarmulke. I've seen a video of you wearing it, yes?
Yes, out of adoration and respect when I went to the Western Wall, correct.
I was just curious.
Do you know why they wear it, actually?
I don't.
Because they believe that Hashem is always above you and that God is always judging you. And as a Christian, I have a more nuanced theological view than that, but I think it's actually a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to wear something above your head and believe there's a God who judges you and designs you. I can respect that.
I celebrate other cultures as well. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for having this argument.
Okay, again, in closing,
we agreed to
if Israel dropped down all their weapons, what would happen?
I believe Hamas will drop down and we'll leave in peace. If Israel dropped down all their weapons, I'm in hope that Hamas will do the same. I can't hope for no war. I'm in hope.
Hamas's charter is the elimination of the Jewish state.
I'm in hope that Hamas will drop all their weapons. I'm in hope. I'm in hope that this war stops in general.
No one likes what's happening.
Likes war.
However, we must be morally clear why it started. Yeah. What was the beginning of it? What was the genesis? And the genesis was Hamas on one of the holiest days on the Jewish calendar, which is Samat Torah. They decided to go on Shabbat, not to attack military bases, not to go after the IDF. They went into homes. They went into kibbutzes. They went to music festivals. They took hostages. And guess what? When they went back to Gaza, they were celebrated as heroes. They threw rave parties for these terrorists. They weren't like, whoa, this is kind of wrong.
What Hamas is doing is bad.
I agree, but there's a much deeper cancer and a rot happening in Gaza than just Hamas.
I can say the same thing about Israel.
Really?
I just can't.
How could you say that?
I just can't.
Do you know that there are Arab members of the Knesset? Are there Jewish members of the Gaza or Palestinian Authority? You know that there's an Arab member of the Israeli Supreme Court?
I understand, man.
No, this is important because I don't like to, again, I'm an America First guy, but I'm also a truth seeker. And I don't like to see the singular Jewish state of half the world's Jewry maligned and slandered every single day for no good reason. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow. I never knew my mic went off right here. But I quickly did this voiceover. Watching this video, I appreciate the way Charlie Kirk handled that question. I love his basic and also deeper knowledge of the Bible and about the war between Israel. So, and some persons pick things out of context, like picking killing of kids out of the male war, out of the person that started the war, out of how they started the war by going into their private life sector, not facing the military to fight war or to stage war, by invading into their society, into festive during festive period to attack Israel. And now they triggered Israel and Israel had to retaliate. Now they were now using some of their own persons, some of the kids and their own country members to keep themselves in an hideout. So in war, a lot of things is expected. Properties are being destroyed. People lose their life, both young and old. No one prayed for it. But once this is set, definitely is expected that it happened in such way. I believe this is a very way to answer and tackle that question, and I'm super excited. This is beautiful. If you like me to react to any video from Charlie Kirk, or any video song, musical video song, or any songs or anything whatsoever, news gist, I would like you to drop that at the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. Watch other videos from this channel. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Signing out. Bye.